Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm hosting Dr. Velumani, the founder of Thyrocare. I have met Dr. Velumani in 2019. I was attending a talk by him at the Indian School of Business, Mohali. It was a session on how he built Thyrocare from scratch, the biggest thyroid testing laboratories in the world. Personally, it was one of the best storytelling sessions I had attended, and I had always wanted to host him on my channel. Luckily, this year I connected with him on Twitter, and rest is history. So, welcome to my channel, Dr. Velumani.
Thank you. Thank you. Probably you are the youngest girl interviewing this old, bald, bold, sold man. You want me to elaborate? Old, bald, bold, and sold. Sold the company also. So you can go ahead.
So, Dr. Velumani, you're popularly known as value for money. Now, what's the story behind this name?
See, my parents never knew English, nor they were aware of what is value and what is, they knew money, but they didn't know what is value. But this is the name in South India for the god Karthik. And Vel means the trishul in his hand. And money means the ganti. So they had a kind of a devotion to Lord Karthik, and they have named me accordingly. It incidentally so happens I make a journey to be almost a billionaire. And then we realize that that is not value money, that is value money. So now we can always look back and see how big visionaries were my parents.
Absolutely, Dr. Velumani. So, Dr. Velumani, I've heard that you only hire freshers in your company. Now, what's the reason for this?
See, the reason is quite an emotional one. I had struggled for 2-3 years for getting a job. Always I was rejected that you don't have experience. It's a stupid way of looking at things. It is in fact sitting in front of a girl whom you are likely to get married and asking her, "Tumhare bacche kitne hain?" That bad is the question. But having said that, I took a decision even in 1978. अगर मैं एक दिन एक कंपनी खोलूंगा, वहां जरूर फ्रेशर को ही काम पे लूंगा. It wasn't truly a vision, but it was a jid. And then I happened to be there and create a job. And while creating a job, I have a prerogative to choose whom I want. And I'm pretty proud to tell that 12,000 freshers I have employed.
That is great. And that's actually generating so much employment for the country overall as well, sir.
So I enjoyed employing freshers, and that's my core strength. And probably because of that, I am powerful.
Right. So I was seeing one of your videos and you say poverty is a luxury. Now, isn't that an oxymoron?
Now, if you don't know what is luxury, that is an oxymoron. Everybody knows poverty, but no one knows what is luxury. Luxury is not lying on a big bed, not being in a 5-star hotel. Luxury is your state of mind. And I believe this power of Velumani, you can call as luxury of poverty or power of poverty. Because the word luxury is a little confusing, I have gone to another coined phrase, power of poverty. And one day I was chatting with my daughter, discussing on a lunch table. And I was quite annoyed about the way in which she was handling things. And she gave a very powerful defense. Dad, you had the luxury of poverty. So from there only it started, because he understood that my father underwent all the pains. So for him now, nothing more is pain. I didn't undergo many pains, but no pain is leaving me. So that is to tell, if at all you truly want to enjoy your life, you should have been born poor. Lucky are those who were born to poor, because success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1. X2 is where you are today. X1 was where you were that day. For a poor man, x1 is 0. there is no downside for zero. खोने का डर ही नहीं तो जिंदगी बहुत बहुत रंगीन है. दुनिया में biggest problem is खोने का डर.
Absolutely. And you know, when I was attending one of your sessions, you also said a Tamil kahavat, ek lamba bal khicho. Can you please tell my audience about that as well?
Yeah, this is known as taking risk. I think risk, there are two kinds of risk. If you know the difference, you will take the risk. One is downside is too little, upside is too good. In another risk, upside is too little, downside is too much. So stupids only go for the second kind of risk, and intelligent go for the first kind of risk. And that is to explain what a risk which I am taking. एक लंबा बाल खींचो, उसमें एक नाट बांधो, एक पहाड़ के ऊपर डालो, खींचो, आया तो पहाड़, गया तो बाल. That is the upside and that is the downside. So this is very well, this is a Coimbatore based proverb which I have nationalized by my talks across the country, and I am the powerful man in Hindi too, so I have translated into Hindi also. So this is to tell that you need to take risk, and you know what do you lose, and you should know what you gain, and that's the game.
So you believe in the line risk nahi to ish nahi from Scam 1992?
Yeah, in that way, I found many of the the dialogues there were matching with me. But his risk taking was unfortunately, upside is too much, downside is too much. So that is the risk which should not be, you shouldn't get into risk to that kind of risk. I always believe you should create, and while creating, either you get very little. In fact, I'll give you one more punchline. I tell people, if you want to get into business, get into healthcare. In healthcare, three kinds of businessmen. One who makes money, other who makes a lot of money, the third one makes the hell of money. So you are there to make whatever you can.
Right. So healthcare is the next, it is the big thing, right? Because it's a necessity.
Yeah, in that way, आदमी इतना डर के बालकनी में 6 महीना बैठा है तो समझ जाओ उसका कितना कीमती होती है.
Absolutely, sir. And COVID has actually shown us how important the healthcare infrastructure is and how much we need to probably, build forward towards it. So now,
shown is not the right word. नानी के याद दिला दिया.
Absolutely, नानी दादी पढ़ नानी याद दिला दिया. So now we are going to dive into the most interesting part of the interview, the story of Thyrocare, a company you founded and raised to unimaginable scales.
It is a boy who left his native village with 500 rupees in his body. In fact, it was August 18, 1982. And today it is August 22 or 23, but I have just come to Mumbai 13 years back on the same day. And came for a job, survival. I got a government job, gazetted officer post at Baba Atomic Research Center. And I was also fortunate to marry a bank employee, State Bank of employee. So do badiya pagar, and one son, one daughter, all promotions in time. I got my MSc, I got my PhD. Dunia isse zyada rangeen ho hi nahi sakta. But then that is the time when I felt comfort zones or danger zones. And I asked to myself two powerful punchlines. जीने आया या जीतने आया. And बड़ा होना है या बुड्ढा होना है. तो मुझे तो बड़ा बनना था, बुड्ढा तो नहीं होना है. वो भी सरकार नौकरी में जल्दी होते हैं. And then one more punchline also, जो काम करते हैं वो बुड्ढे होते हैं, जो काम कराते हैं वो बड़े होते हैं. तो मेरा हिंदी भी मदद किया तो मुझे ज्ञान भी बहुत लगा. So I decided to quit and I started the business Thyrocare because I had done a PhD in thyroid. I had a domain knowledge. And then if you have domain knowledge, निकल पड़ो, रास्ता अपने आप बनता है. तो निकल पड़ा. मद्रासी बॉम्बे में बिजनेस करना आसान नहीं है. हमेशा मारवाड़ी गुजराती करते हैं. ये मद्रासी सामने आया. Lot of innovations have done in the pathology industry. I am not a pathologist. I was a mathematician. तो मेरी नजर अलग थी. मैं किसी को कॉपी ही नहीं किया. तो मेरा मॉडल यूनिक रही. तो बहुत बढ़िया एक जर्नी था. Employed always freshers. I have never personally borrowed. I have not borrowed any money for the company in its 27 years. And debt-free company. ऐसा तो आप fantasize भी नहीं कर सकते. वैसा बढ़िया company in the entire world. India is cheapest in healthcare. In entire India, I am the cheapest, and I have given the most profit to my investors. So that means I'm a superman. I'm a
I'm one
superstar.
of the investors.
Pardon?
Even I am one of the investors. I only have a small number of shares of Thyrocare, but even I'm one of the investors.
Good. Be happy and be proud. So you are still owner. I am not the owner. Have you noticed it? Go ahead. So that was the kind of journey, and I went for an IPO. IPO got 74 times subscribed, which means it was a wonderful business brand. And then I also got a very good value for the money, value for the company, and I got a price which I fantasized. Then I thought, isse zyada kya lalach? Let's call a day. Let's live little different life. रोज वही फाइल्स वही मेल्स बहुत हो गया. So let us have some smiling with nature, and I am today enjoying nature. So that's how I can summarize it. And you keep asking questions in various aspects of it, since you have tracked me for my story. I will be happy to answer.
So I had listened to your story, and you and your wife quit your job on the same day. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What's the story behind it?
See, a decision which makes everybody to raise eyebrow is the powerful decision. वो मत करो जो पड़ोसी करता है, क्योंकि फिर आप वही होगा जो पड़ोसी हुआ है. तो मेरा थोड़ा अलग से दिमाग था. And of course it was accidental. I took a decision to quit. I didn't discuss with my wife. I don't discuss with anyone. You can call me Salman Khan. But एक बार डिसीजन भी लेता हूँ, किसी का भी सुनता भी नहीं हूँ. So in that way, I took a decision to leave BRC job without taking my family into confidence. And I knew what I'm doing is right. They may not know what is right, because जिसके नजर में जो सही दिखता है, वो औरों की नजरों में सही शायद नहीं होएगा. So I took a decision, and I went home, and in the dinner table, I didn't tell anything to my wife. And night 2 o'clock, she found me awake, and she asked me, "आप आज सोया नहीं है?" So I said, "I have resigned." And she knows in the night I don't tell lies. So she was till then horizontal, then she became vertical, and she went and put on the light. And then she looked at me for a few seconds, and she said, "अगर आप ड्यूटी पे नहीं जाएगा तो मैं भी कल से नहीं जाऊंगी." Now that she wanted to धमकाविफाई me at the middle of the night, and मुझे और धमकाना हो ही नहीं सकता. तो then I became vertical, and I told her, "चलो साथ जिएंगे, साथ मरेंगे." This was a decision which was very, very momentary. I thought she will defy me and will go to work. She didn't go. So we both left the job when I was 37. My wife was 35. My son was 5. My daughter was 3. It was the peak of, one can call as the career in every way. But then I quit. That's it. And that's why I keep telling, romance with risk, not ulta. Romance with risk. The bigger the risk you take, the bigger is the story. So I took a big risk. That's why my story is powerful. But then, there is nothing known as a right decision. Take a decision, make it right. And then there were a lot of challenges, but then, nothing in life is easy. What is easy to do is not right to do, and what is right to do is not easy to do. Always people do what is easy to do. Only very few people do what is right to do. उसके लिए courage चाहिए. मेरा पास था, गांव से आया, 500 रुपया लेके आया, कोने के लिए क्या है? Risk. तो that's what was risk, and that's why I tell luxury of poverty. अगर मेरा पिताजी भी मुझे बहुत बना के दिया रहेगा, तो कोने का डर अब बैठ जाता है. I think डर से ही लोग मर चुके हैं. This is my feeling. I have been interacting with a lot of people in Clubhouse nowadays. सामने जो भी सवाल आया, everything is imagined fear. अरे होने दो, होने से पहले डरता क्या, डर के क्या unnecessarily stress होना है. So this is my view that you must take bold decisions and make sure that decisions are made right.
I think हमारा जो fear ही है, the fear we have that actually causes us to self-reject even before we start. And so many good things can happen if we try to take that risk. You know, risk ऐसे नहीं बिना सोचे समझे, but calculated risks. And you know, then taking decisions again, what you said, and making those right. So that is something that a lot of people need to do.
The pain of imagined pain is the biggest pain. So pain itself is not a problem. The fear of the pain. Right, go ahead.
So I've heard that you reject investors. Matlab, what kind of a businessman rejects investors? Can you tell us more about this rejecting investors wala story?
Just because some boy comes and sits in front of you, you think you will accept, you will reject. Agar reject hi nahi kiya, you will be dejected. So in that way, you know, always demand supply. If you want more funds and if you can't run without funds, a lot of debt in the books and the pressure is there on you, then you agree with what the investor is proposing. But if you don't want to truly dilute, you get a wonderful price, provided you know how to refuse. The art of saying no. Even if you like the boy, don't say that I like you till everything is negotiated.
So you played hard to get.
Yeah, it's very important that you need to, of course, if you really desperately need money, you can't act. But then I did not need money. So I kept on telling, you know, this is my rate. They will ask, how? What is the logic? You are on my table. That's the powerful way of putting today. All youngsters are pitching in the investor's table. Then your value is half X. If the investor is pitching about himself on your table, the value is 2X. It all depends upon who is pitching, right? So I had a luxury. I had no need for dilution and people had come to me. And that's a wonderful story to tell to investor, the entrepreneurs, how to get the best if you are not desperate.
Right. And I think also negotiation is an art. You know, the whole power dynamic is something that everyone needs to understand and play the cards right.
See, the thing is, negotiation you can do only when you are in a comfortable position. Whether, you know, if you need money, you can't negotiate. Even in marriage, I have negotiated. You want to know how it was? It's a very interesting thing.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to marry a Bombay girl. I'm from a village, so the typical fear of, you know, gaon mein log darte the. Before I left my home, my neighbor told my mother, your son is going to Bombay. Beware, Bombay girls are very, very bad. So that is an image for my mother, for me, all village people. But then I wasn't prepared totally to marry a Bombay girl, but my father-in-law was walking. And then I thought, chalo, ladki dekhi to le. इसमें थोड़ी पैसा लगता है, so देख के आया. But then I didn't go back to him. He should have understood that he is not interested. But then he kept on persuading. I thought he should tell this gentleman I don't like the girl. But then after having a look at the girl, then you say no, it's an insult to the father. So I told him, can I talk to her for an hour? And see, I was arranged in 1 hour meeting. It was in Nariman Point, Madam Kama Road, State Bank of India, 14th floor. 1 hour we met. 55 minutes I only talked. And 5 minutes absolute silence was there. I thought I must marry her. You can't find a silent girl, that too for 1 full hour, and that too in front of a boy whom she is likely to get married. So 55 minutes he talked, and 5 minutes absolute silence was there, and there came the decision. And I want all of you to understand what I talked in 55 minutes, I can tell in 55 seconds. देखो घर नहीं है मुंबई में, पेइंग गेस्ट जिंदगी भर रहना पड़ेगा. गांव में घर है, टॉयलेट नहीं है, बकेट को हाथ में लेके जाना होगा. और for all of, I mean, for me, I am the eldest for my parents. That means you are the daughter-in-law important. Understand that. You are the eldest. I am eldest. So for my brothers, you are almost a mother. So you have to get them married. And next, for our marriage, I don't have money. You only have to fund me. And you funding our marriage should not be known to your father. These are insane conditions. I thought this girl will reject, will tell her father that I don't like the boy. But I told her, if you still want to marry me, you send your father tonight home. And her father came that night. So I also want to tell you here, we lived for 30 years very happily. She maintained all 7 conditions intact. मैं अभी तक घर भी नहीं खरीदा हूँ. So that's something which is very, very unique. I think bargaining I have done in such a way. This bargaining everyone should do. What did I bargain? Don't expect too much from me. Have you noticed? And here I have a punchline. Frustration is equal to expectations minus reality. So you reduce the expectation before marriage, you will have a very successful marriage. And if you unnecessarily raise the expectation, divorce is very much around. So that's the next.
Our expectations, we personally, what I believe is the only person you should have expectations from is yourself. Because then you have an accountability, but having expectations from anyone else just leads to disappointment in life overall. Have
ambitions, have high energy. Even you should not expect too much out of you. Whatever happens should surprise you. This is how I believe is even for self also shouldn't be unnecessarily getting into depression.
So Dr. Velumani, when you set up your first laboratory, what were the challenges you faced initially?
See, business or life, the minute umbilical cord is cut, the problem starts. And in a business, the minute ribbon is cut, the problem starts. It's all problems of getting a customer, getting an employee, getting funds, getting furniture, getting logo, getting brand, and getting vendors coming to you. A lot of things, infinite things. It's not that easy to explain. But having said that, I think निकल पड़ो रास्ता अपने आप बनता है. And I always tell, make mistakes, make all mistakes, make them very fast, don't repeat. This philosophy one can truly learn and understand. And another thing is, it's not a 100-meter dash. Everybody wants to be owning a Mercedes-Benz before he sees his father-in-law. In fact, he should be prepared to have a Benz before he sees his son-in-law. So to that extent, business is not overnight success. It's a marathon race. Have patience, chase, learn from your own mistakes. And it is true fun as long as you have patience.
So what is your secret to employee retention? Because a lot of entrepreneurs face this problem of talent retention. So how did you manage to retain your employees?
I think it is a little rude for me to tell, but I will always talk truth. If you don't have talents, you have to pay a lot, because talent needs to be paid. Fortunate for me, I had a lot of domain knowledge, so I didn't get intimidated by anyone demanding what he fantasized. But I always felt I must give what one deserves. So in fact, I have a punchline: if you don't take care of your wife, your neighbor will. And if you don't take care of your employee, your competitor will. So I have always taken care of that. I think the employee compensation is a matter of your business principles. And if you want to truly grow, you have to pay more and retain people. And business was doing very well. And in fact, my HR cost is least in the industry. That doesn't mean I was underpaying. My employees were more efficient. And philosophy of any entrepreneur is get the best out of the employee and give him the best. दोनों नहीं किया तो वो बेईमानी है.
Right.
So I took best out of employees and I have compensated them. So in that way, every entrepreneur has to give challenges and get the work done, but you have to compensate.
Absolutely. The balance needs to be from both sides. You take as well as
Yes.
you give, you compensate. Right. So, Dr. Velumani, if you could describe your journey from Coimbatore to Mumbai in probably a few words, what would you like to describe it as?
Enter, enjoy, exit, enjoy. 4 words. So in business or even in life, you must enjoy. And I came without much of expectation. I never knew a Madrasi can truly do this kind of impact in sitting in Mumbai. As much as probably Rajinikanth did not dream that he will be in Chennai and produce a huge impact to state Tamil Nadu. I think we all had talents, our own talents, and we used it for, in his case, entertaining people, in my case, for empowering people. So I did it without any selfish interest. And I think I have could create a huge organization. And this organization has a huge power. Yeah, I might not be there. Organization will be there for minimum 100 years. So I didn't come with huge expectations, and fortunately, thing happened in my favor. Many people ask me, "Are you lucky?" But lucky are those who are awake when the opportunity came. So I was awake, and I could make a very, very powerful journey into a pathology business without a medical qualification. And I am extremely happy that I got few things right. Time was right, timing was right, and I made it. So that's how I can, in short, define the entire. I have lived in Mumbai for 39 years. I am 62 years old. First 10 years, I don't know what actually was happening. But from 11th year age till 62, I had a complete control on me, my life, my family, and their livelihood, and my employees and their livelihood. I had a complete command and control of everything. I enjoyed doing it.
Right, absolutely. So, Dr. Velumani, how does one break a saturated market? How does an entrepreneur break a saturated market? And also, what is this concept of cogs that you refer to?
Yeah, I think saturated market is a very, very vague statement. It's a growing population. They have growing needs. No market is saturated. Everywhere there is an opportunity. In fact, I will tell you a punchline. अगर आपको उसमें भगवान दिखता है तो पत्थर नहीं दिखाई देगा. अगर पत्थर दिखाई दिया तो भगवान नहीं दिखाई देगा. Which means if you have seen opportunity, you won't see the competition. And if you have seen the competition, you just can't see the opportunity. नजर में है, नजरों में है. So according to me, it wasn't any kind of saturation. In fact, I had a luxury of entering into a field where there was enough room to disrupt. क्रिकेट बॉल फास्ट आता है, लेकिन जो बैट्समैन तेज है उसको स्लो दिखता है. जिसको टाइमिंग बराबर नहीं है, उस he sees the ball crossing the stump before he sees the ball. So even business is like this. As long as you have an ability to dissect it through and do it, it can be done. So that is about what you call a saturated market. There is enough opportunity. Cogs of cogs, I will tell you. I think business is needing mathematics. If you are not good at mathematics, you will not be good at business. Because mathematics is very powerful science subject which gives all opportunities. Always you had a job to prove A is equal to B. So this was something which you had been always doing, especially statistics. So if you look at it, all these things give you a calculating capability. So according to me, without knowing costing, you can't do pricing. So if you are a mathematician, you can understand costing well, and then the pricing, nothing goes wrong. In fact, majority of the time, the failure is wrong pricing. So that is known as costing and then pricing. The second one is your vendor is making business out of you. And look at his balance sheet. If in his balance sheet, there is a costing. And if he has a pricing, when volumes goes up, you can squeeze him. So that is why I tell this punchline. If you know COGS, you can do business. And if you know COGS of COGS, you can disrupt. So yeah, बहुत बढ़िया एक, even CS will not understand that easily. It has had a huge what you call as a meaning in it. So that's mathematics, nothing else.
So you've often referred to, in your videos, you often refer to something called restaurant kitchen model that you like follow or you don't follow. Can you tell us something about the restaurant kitchen model?
I follow, and I was the first guy who saw a pathology business as a hotel business. And this is unique. This only made me very strong. See, I'm from Coimbatore. There is a brand called Annapurna. And this man in 1980 itself, using a single kitchen, using his vehicle, he made items and sold in 10 restaurants. They will only do some kind of dosa making, but batter and all will come from centralized kitchen. ये आदमी मेरा गांव वाला, ये आदमी 1980 में क्लाउड किचन बनाया. आजकल बच्चे लोग बहुत बोल रहे हैं क्लाउड किचन. ये तो मद्रासी बहुत पहले बना रखा था. So when I came to Mumbai, I looked at the pathology laboratory and I understood where blood is collected is a restaurant, where testing is done is a kitchen. Why do you need a kitchen in every restaurant? So for entire South Mumbai, I tried to run a kitchen. Everybody consumed it. Entire Mumbai worked. Bombay, Pune, Surat, it worked. Sorry, Nasik, Pune, Surat, it worked. Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, it worked. Now Indonesia to Saudi Arabia, it is working. So this is a very different kind of a business model. No one has thought through. And of course, all did not knew that it can be done like that. First time I introduced a franchisee concept. Franchisee means a local man should procure, I should only test. So ye dono, the kitchen restaurant model and the franchisee model, both together disrupted the industry and I became a hero.
Right, and that's actually great. So, sir, what is this entrepreneur versus KPM model that you discuss about?
It is not two models. This is two kinds of people. I still remember in one Subhash Chandra's show in GTV, I was interviewed by Dr. Subhash Chandra. And then while before interview, we discussed and he asked me, how do I define you? So then I told him, don't define me anything. I belong to ADMK. So yes, SBADMK. So you ask me, what is this SBADMK? So he remembered and wrote in a piece of paper, and on the stage he asked me, Dr. Velumani, tell me what is this SBADMK? So I'll repeat what I said. There are three ways of becoming a billionaire. One is your father should be a billionaire. Now, obviously, if your father is billionaire, you will not be sitting and watching all shows. Second is your father-in-law should be a billionaire. For that, you must remain unmarried still. But then mind you, 2-bedroom hall kitchen man doesn't marry 1-bedroom hall kitchen man. So Gaya. So option 1 is gone, option 2 is gone. Third option is SBADMK. That means सीधा बैठो, अपना देखो, मेहनत करो. That is SBADMK. That is the only way to become sure billionaire. Sure billionaire. I have done exactly that. So this is the background on which I keep talking that mehnat only can make you powerful. Coming to entrepreneur versus KPM, there are only two kinds of people. One is entrepreneur, another is KPM. Entrepreneurs उठते हैं, गिरते हैं, फिर से उठते हैं, चलते हैं, गिरते हैं, फिर से उठते हैं, चलते हैं, दौड़ते हैं, गिरते हैं, फिर से उठते हैं, चलते हैं, दौड़ते हैं, दौड़ते हैं, दौड़ते हैं, जब तक जीतते हैं। ये एंटरप्रेन्योर है। अनदर कैटेगरी इज KPM, खाया पिया मर गया। That's simple. So you need to take a risk. That's what I am telling. Entrepreneur is someone who will have to take all that risks needed to make it large. Kaya piya mar gaya is the guy who has a comfort zone.
So keep on taking risks and don't be afraid of failure. Like you fail once, you get up again, and the flywheel will happen eventually.
I think people have to be taught how to get up. Cannot be taught how not to fall.
Right. Like
it is nature. It's nature.
Like there's a toddler who's learning to walk. अब जब वो एक बार गिरता है तब हम उसको ये नहीं कहते कि गिर जाओ. We again encourage that kid to अब चलना फिर से
get up. Right.
So why do you believe that villages are the best school?
Yeah. So ये जो चीज है, मैं थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्शियली कभी भी बात करूंगा, लेकिन सच बोलता हूँ इसलिए कंट्रोवर्सी लगता है. I always tell, if you want your child to be an MBA, you can either pack him to Stanford, Oxford, or Kellogg University by paying 25 lakhs, 50 lakhs, whatever it is. Sometimes the entire course is 1 crore rupee. But if you truly want your son to have MBA, send him to a village, remove that AirPods, remove that Adidas, and give up all that luxury. Just give him one way, a second class ticket, and if he can go to a village of 100 to 200 people living, and if he can live there for 2 or 3 full years, he has learned truly management. Life management is much more important than business management. So I always believe that is the best way to learn. I am powerful today because I didn't have MBA, but still I was born in a village. I will attribute that. थोड़ा लोगों को बहुत बुरा लगेगा जो गांव कभी गया ही नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे तो सच कहना ही है.
Right, sir. So in 2016 जब Thyrocare का IPO launch हुआ, so overall how was your experience?
See, I never knew what is IPO, what are all the challenges in it, but my outgoing investor wanted to go out, and the agreement told all costs are his cost. So bindas mera शादी और कोई sponsor कर ही रहा है. There was no expenditure, and I had to go and tell stories about company. You know how powerfully I tell stories. So itna story bola, the company got subscribed 74 times. Overall, it was no pain at all. It was a lot of challenges. Challenges and pains are different. If a challenge you can't solve, then only it is pain. And I think it was, a man who never knew what is a company, and a man who does not know what is finance ABC. I, using my family members, especially my second brother, who is a very good administrator, we could manage to put up a show much better than any of the best of business schools. So it was a very great experience, except that I lost my wife during the IPO. While filing the DRHP, my wife was there, but while the bell was rung in the stock exchange, she wasn't there. So that was one thing which probably dampened my enjoying the entire IPO outcome. But I believe all is nature. Nothing you have a control. Nature has a very big dictation on everybody's life. So otherwise, I think as a process, IPO was wonderful.
That's great, sir. So we all know you're a very, very good storyteller, but आपका secret क्या है storytelling का? What's the secret behind you being such a good storyteller?
Yeah, there's another interesting way of explaining. There are only 2 ways of perfecting your storytelling skills. First and easy method. You should have a spouse who only listens, who doesn't talk. So you become a very powerful storyteller. That happened to me. My wife was a very wonderful listener. Not only that, she will not smile, acknowledge, so that my story gets strengthened. The second one is you should be an entrepreneur. So have 4 employees, tell a story. He has no choice. He has to listen. And if if the story is good, 4 employees will become 8 employees, means it is working. And when you get 2000 employees, you have got an auditorium and a skill to tell the stories. So this second also I have done. So both together makes me to be the second best storyteller in the country.
Right. So, sir, what is one advice you have for entrepreneurs?
Have patience. I think unfortunately, I keep telling people, माँ बनने के लिए भी एक उम्र होती है, एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने के लिए भी एक उम्र होती है. तो कभी कभी लोग जुकरबर्ग जैसा ही फैंटेसाइज करते हैं. Ideas are like sperms, only 1 in a million works. And if you are too early starting, the failure rate is too high. I won't tell you will never succeed. So according to me, an age of 30 is very ideal. Until that time, you work under somebody in that field you want to do business, preferably not in a multinational company, in a company which is just having a 10 crore turnover. Journey with that company from 10 crore to 100 crore. And if that promoter becomes rich only because of you, you have learned business in his cost. You are having now 10 years of advantage of knowing the insights of the business. Then you start your own. This is the right way to start. In the 10-year period, spend only 30% of what you earn. Remaining 70% you save so that your family is at no risk. You have enough for the family for a bridging 3-4 years of time period. And this is the safe transition from an employee mode to an employer mode. Otherwise, तुम्हारा पापा के पास पैसा है तो उड़ाओ, मुझे कुछ problem नहीं है.
So, sir, do you think that there's fortune at the bottom of the pyramid?
Yes, this is told by C.K. Prahalad. C stands for Coimbatore. And I am very proud to see somebody from Coimbatore has seen the fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. I think the pyramid I always see with 10 slices. The top is 1, the bottom is 10. I have traveled from bottommost slice to the topmost slice. So no one understands pyramid as much as I can understand. And also the theory says, if you make product for rich, your market is small. If you make product for the poor, the market is almost infinite. Instead of making $100 per transaction, which only rich can afford, if you could get down to $10 per transaction, you are the most powerful man. You can make a lot of money. So I believe in this concept of producing for poor, producing for market where people can't afford. That is too huge number. Pyramid by design, in the height, top 1/4 is only having 1/50th of population. So you shouldn't ever try. Of course, many people tell there only people can afford to pay, right? That means there are 2 kinds of people in business. One who is greedy and target rich, other who create a social impact by targeting middle class. Of course, bottommost lies is Narendra Modi's responsibility, because even if you make $1 per transaction, they can't buy it. So you always must leave last 3 slices. They are not meant for business. So even slice number 5, 6, 7 is a CSR. It is also called as social entrepreneurship. When you make less money per transaction, you are true God.
Absolutely. So, sir, in 2021, there's a lot of unicorns coming up in this whole Indian startup scenario. What's your view on this?
Yeah, those days, when I was in 20s and 30s, only rich could do business because it was purely manufacturing. That means you need upfront investment for land, building, machinery, a lot of things. Today, it's a technology world. Technology means as long as you can make a website, as long as you can run a small app, and visiting card and pitch. But there is no money truly needed for capex. All money you need is to reach to the market, and that is where investors are driving the business. It is not the entrepreneurs who are driving the business. And investors know kahan dav lagana hai, and they have a global expertise and knowledge about demography and how things work in different countries. So then they come inside, and today they see India is a country where mean age is still 28 and till 35. That means another 10 years, which will take 30 years. Country to become 10 years old, it takes 30 years. Many people don't know it. So this 30 years is going to be a great fun. So all money is towards creating enterprises in the country. And everybody is realizing, let us make it large. And tech business means there is no state and regional, it is national, or in fact even global. So I see a lot of people who are in the runway. There are plenty of people who are fitting the ladder, removing the ladder to come to the runway. And there are some people booking and boarding the flight. So it's a very great fun to see maybe some 25 IPOs possible in this rest of the calendar year. And some could be not just unicorns, 10 unicorns. I don't know what it is known as. To that extent, power is there. Tech companies will rule.
Absolutely, sir. So is there any startup that you are rooting for? Any startup in this Indian startup ecosystem that you've been specifically rooting for?
See, when I left my BRC job, it was not for a better job. When I left Thyrocare MD seat, it is not to become one more MD in some other company. I would love to facilitate entrepreneurs who are doing a 10 crore turnover and who are producing gray collar jobs, not white collar, not blue collar, and help them to employ more people. And thereby, every man who employs a man becomes richer. This is my perception. किसी भी व्यक्ति का सामने मैं इंटरव्यू लेता हूं, उसकी आंखों में 2 करोड़ दिखता है, एक उसका है, एक मेरा है. So in fact, my punchline for entrepreneurs is have people more than what you need. Keep all of them engaged. So this is what I believe is business. And if you can't keep people engaged, you should not come into business. So I am going to identify such entrepreneurs and support them. Startups all have too much of uncertainty, and I don't, two small businesses is not worth for me to get inside and wait. I've got capability to write big checks, which means I should only invest in 10 companies where the companies are not infants. I'm not a pediatrician, I am a gynecologist. Go ahead.
So, sir, this year you parted with from Thyrocare. So, how was your experience, and what's next for you?
So, as I said, I haven't planned something next, and I have exited. I must tell you, decision was very instant. Won't say thought was instant. Thought of selling was 5 years old. I lost my wife during IPO. Afterwards, 3 years, the company was not doing well, which very clearly tells the power of my wife is missing in the drive of my business. And then COVID came. I became very active in COVID, and we have done 3 million RT-PCR tests. Because COVID came in, company's stock had gone from 400 rupees per share to 1400 rupees per share within an 18 months period. It is like a cricketer who has lost his shape for 2-3 series. In last 5 one-day matches, he hit all 5 days, all 5 innings century. And in the last over, there were 6 sixes needed, and he hit the 6th six and came for the presentation ceremony and said, I am retiring from cricket. So that was the kind of, nothing was planned. A vague idea was there, I'm not doing well. But I think this is how I realized as my position, and I have happily exited, not with some kind of pressure. And I want to truly find out before December 31st what I should do. How should I keep my time engaged, my money engaged, my children engaged? I have two good children, two good children, and one is 31 and another is 30. So what they want to do, I want to give them enough freedom, and they might do what they want. I will support if that is worth it. Otherwise, I will let them to do what they want. And it's very important. I got full freedom from my parents, and I am what I am. And I want to give them, they didn't give me money. I want to give money and freedom both to my children. पता नहीं है उसमें कितना रिस्क है, लेकिन रिस्क तो लेना ही है.
Absolutely. So before we part, is there any parting message that you would like to give to the audience?
Yeah, whenever I am told to tell your, last inputs, I always tell, I have a email signature below my name: focus, learn, grow, and enjoy. This is there for my employees for the last many years, and they must have read my signature thousands of times, and they love that like anything, because without focusing you can't learn, without learning you can't grow, without growing you should not enjoy. So it was so far: focus, learn, grow, and enjoy. Now I tell repeat. So that's the way life can be. And I wish everyone to understand that success is not becoming rich. Success is becoming happier. If you are not happy, you can't succeed. And if you are happy, even if you succeed, you will be more happier than counting money. So happiness is what is one should chase for. World has a lot of room and opportunity for everyone to experiment. 8 billion population needs 8 million entrepreneurs. And you don't have to worry that पूरा लेके गया मेरा कुछ बाकी नहीं रहा, बहुत कुछ है. If you can see, you can make it.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for agreeing to be a guest on my channel. I'm truly grateful, sir.
Thank you. Wish you all the best. You are very young. Make it large.
Thank you.